Welcome back, everyone. I'm Tony Carlos. Welcome to episode 6, where today we go adventuring. Oh, yes, we do. We're going to check out some stuff around the local area, some mines, some whatever else we can find, make ourselves some beautiful bundles. Oh, yes. And I think the main aim for today is going to be to see if we can find ourselves a spawner to create ourselves a beautiful experience farm, because when we find ourselves a spawner, we can then set it up and farm whatever we find. Hopefully skeletons, maybe zombies. Let's see what we find. But most importantly, if we're going to go adventuring, then I think we need something to help us with our storage space. So let's get to these bundles. Believe it or not, my 7-year-old son taught me to make these, so don't I feel old. So we're going to make as many as we can. We've got 5 that we can do. Oh yes, we are packing. Now we're going to see, I don't even know how these things work, but apparently they can carry a stack of 64 odds and sods, but if you put a bow or something like that in, it will fill the entire bundle. So we've got to be careful not to do that. I'm pretty sure you know at some point I'm probably going to. And as previously mentioned, I've been using this fish farm to see if I can get ourselves any decent loot, some enchanting books or whatever. However, even if we get the enchanting books, we're probably going to need a lot more levels to get our gear up to God standards. So I did read online that you can put more fish in the end of the farm to get better drop rates. I think it's up to 5, but we might see if we can catch a fish and see how that goes after that. I'm pretty sure Gerald's a bit lonely as well, so we'll pop out, see if we can't find him a little mate to play with, and see if it gives us the books we're after. Well, that was exciting and frustrating in equal measure. But Marjorie, meet Gerald. I think you guys are going to be very happy together and hopefully bring me what I require most in the world.
Aww.
So I was thinking, do we have to keep these bundles this boring brown colour, or can we colour them? And I looked online and found out, yes, you can colour them. So we're going to dye these with whatever we've got, and I shall try not to let my OCD get in the way. It's going to. So I'm not really sure how all this is going to work, but let's just swap this one over here. No, it's picked it up. So how do we get it back out is the question. Okay, doesn't seem to be in the menus to get it out. Nope. So we're gonna throw it on the floor, I guess. Could you just use it like a weapon, I suppose? Yes, you do. You litter. That's what everybody needs to do nowadays, is litter. That's, I guess, what we're going to do when we get our stack full of items in there to bring home with us. So let's go adventuring, shall we? Oh, let's give these babies a test out, because it'll be quite some time before we get a shulker. Let's fill them up. I like this cave very much. I'm going to tunnel back to our base right now so we can link up with our tunnel so we can come back here whenever we want. Let's go. So after a monumental amount of digging and swapping torches because I was running out, we've made it home. This is good news. We can go back there whenever we want. I'm sure there's more to explore that way, so we're going to use that to our benefit. So when we get home, we're going to reset our spawn point because I obviously have my bed with me, which means if I die, I will go back to spawn, which we do not want. So let's just pop in here, reset our spawn point, and then we will begin the next stage of our adventure. I put my bed in here, didn't I? So let's set our spawn point, and then we'll do a little bit of administration before we crack on. Oh, it's a beautiful place. I love it. And I'm thinking that this lava farm's going to have to get started again soon because we need to extend that so it's filling up all three. So now that Gerald and Marjorie have had some time to ruminate, let's see what they can give us with a little bit of fishing magic. We could do with some books. Pretty please? So let's see what my fine fishy friends have found us. Have they got anything good? Have they?
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Well, it's not Fortune 3, but Fortune 2 will do us just lovely right now. So we are going to have to repair the axe first so we don't lose the enchantment straight away. So we'll pop that on there. And that's going to cost us some levels to repair, but it's got to be done, especially if we're going to put some beautiful enchantment on it. So we'll put it back into the anvil, we'll put the new book on, and we'll call it something completely cheesy. What are we going to go for here? I'm thinking football terms, I'm thinking Dusseldorf, I'm thinking, I think we're going to go for Fortuna. That seems absolutely perfect to me. So we'll take that out and see if we can get more bang for our buck, as it were. More diamonds for our diamonds, as the old saying goes. Now, my smarty pants child has just told me that I don't have to have a boring shield, so I'm not going to have one. He said all I need is a banner and some dye, and I can add it to my shield. So I think we all know that I'm going to go for vibrancy over, practicality. So we've got ourselves a little bit more dye, just pink as it goes, but as it's my favourite colour, it doesn't really matter to me. So let's bung it on there. Let's choose that one. Don't know how this works at all. Okay. Oh, I think I just put the banner in the other side. So, we must just have to put the banner in. So we'll pop that on there. Look at that beautiful pink dot. Oh, look at it. Look at it. So, I don't know what that part does, but we will find out eventually. So we'll take that, and then we will add it to our shield. I mean, thank you, Eddie Teddy 2406. It's just made me look even more swaggy, and I'm loving it. So we're going to head back into that lovely mine, but en route we are going to go to a mine shaft which I found en route. I'm going to take you back down there. We're going to flick through and see what we can find. Fingers crossed it's a spawner, because that's what we're after. My, it was worth coming here. We've just found ourselves what looks like a skeleton spawner. Yes, it's definitely a skeleton spawner. There are hundreds of them coming at me now. Good stuff. Yeah, I know, hundreds. We've just got to take these out and then drop a torch on the spawner. Come on. Just die. Thank you. Right. Torch, light that up. It now means that they can't spawn, and there's a couple of lovely chests here, so we're definitely going to be having a look at that. Very exciting times. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not too bad of a space. As long as we've got some floor underneath us, we're fine. Better just check these are all lit up first. We could really do without any surprise visitors while we're opening our swag, as I'm really hoping we'll get ourselves some beautiful armour or a music disc or something of that variety. Let's see what we find. I think we're about blocked in. Yeah, just be safe. Let's have a look. Okay, not great. We've got some horsey armour, so we can get ourselves a noble steed now. That's always good news. Let's get that, and we'll steal the chest too, because we're going to need to get rid of that for the spawner. And let's have a look in this one. Let's have a see. Come on.
Yeah, boy.
We've got ourselves a music disc. First one of the series. This is going to be special, because I think a little bit of flamboyance is in order. And if there's one thing ImTonyCarlos does worse than Minecraft, it's dancing. So what would happen if we fused the two? I wonder. But before any ludicrous celebrations, let's just plan this out. We're going to need some materials from home and need to dig a direct route back to our tunnel. I'll tell you what, these bundles have come in quite handy. As you can see, I've pretty much got a half full inventory. We've taken all the stone and all the lovely loot that we found, and they're plopped inside these lovely little handbags. It's beautiful stuff. Just allows you to collect up anything that's clogging you up, because you know what it's like when you get a full inventory and you think, well, but I really want to take that. This solves that problem. Thank you, Mojang. We've now found our tunnel, and we're going to go back, shore ourselves up, and head back down here to create the beautiful experience farm that we hope it will be. Hopefully with less issues than we had with the meat and leather farm, which I still have nightmares about. But we'll mark that up so I don't go running past it, and head back home, I think. Oh, it's been an exciting day. A very exciting day. I think you all know a rave was coming, didn't you? And oof, this slaps. It's like Baby No Money's here in the room with us. We've been very lucky to find this one, because I can't imagine a rave without it. So after emptying out our belongings and coming back with the materials, I've just marked out on the floor from the spawner 4 blocks each side. They look too similar at the other end. I might take them out in a minute. But yes, 4 blocks each side is going to be the encompassing chamber of the farm. Yeah, we're going to change them. They're going to have to go... There we go. Okay, so we've got 4 either side, and this is going to be our framework. You do actually need to go 2 blocks down as well. So we're going to pop 2 up on there as well, because that needs to be the roof height. And we are going to start the build. Again, all credit to this farm will go to JC Plays, because he sets his videos out so spectacularly. They're very easy to follow. I can always pop a link in the comments if you'd like. He's definitely worth checking out. I am just going to make the marker for those 2 blocks down so that I know where the framework is. Yep, so just pop that. Yeah, well, we might as well mark it up anyway, just so they don't spawn down here. And we will build up with our marker blocks, and then it will be completely marked out. Again, he will save you all this fluff, but I like to help out where I can and prove to you that this guy is just a genius. So we are going to just pop those blocks back in there. If I had them in my inventory, yeah, there we go. So we'll pop them under there, and that is the entire markings for your farm. Now, although I've closed the top here, that is literally the outline, so we are just going to chop that all up. And this starts initially with us clearing out all the stuff that we haven't put our marker blocks in. They will be taken out later, but it is to show you the exact depth you need to be. Let's go. And now that we've cleared out the space that we need, it's time to take away all the marker blocks we put in. So you'll be left with a beautiful space like this, with your spawner in the middle, and the next stage can get underway. Now, I found this a little confusing, but once I'd done it a couple of times, I was in. So we take out these blocks here, and those blocks there, and another line of blocks just along the wall here. This is for where the steps are going to go. Oh, it would have to be gravel. There's an enderman in here as well, that's super handy. So we're going to have to build this side back up. Get out of the way. Get out. Thank you. So now we're going to place our stairs in these gaps. So what that will do will provide a water source and hopefully redirect all of the skeletons back down to where we want them, which is in the kill chamber. So now that the stairs are in, we're going to build ourselves an infinite water source in the corner. It's just done by making yourselves a 2x2 and putting water in opposite corners. That means you should never really have to run out of water again. So now we're going to fill each of these stairs with water all the way around, directing the water to this corner. And if done correctly, it will position the water to end exactly where we want it to. So let's get on with filling these steps, whilst refilling from the infinite water source that we've made for ourselves, which will make this build a lot easier. This water source doesn't stay here, it will be destroyed once we get into the right position. So now that all the steps have become a water source, we fill in our original infinite water source so that we can break it up. And look, that's left the perfect 2x2 in the corner. And we're going to dig this down after we've put in our 5 magma blocks. This will help the skeleton start to get damaged and help them move into the kill chamber, which is the most exciting part of this. So we're now going to dig down just a little and hope we've got some solid flooring under us. Nope. Okay, so we'll just build back up till we're at the right level. Yep. And we will clear out the blocks that we don't need. So here underneath, we're just going to clear out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 in that direction, 1 in that direction, 2 in that direction. And we're going to clear out the blocks within that sort of little square we've left ourselves. Oh no, we've got another hole in the floor. And I can't build apparently. So we're going to, just finish off that. And, we're going to fill that in too. And that. It's always trickier in a mine shaft. It's much easier in a cave because you're less likely to have direct openings underneath you. If I was going to be pretty about this, I would take out the planks, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to build this nice and quickly and nice and easily and just give ourselves a little bit of room here. Fill. And just take that back one. Yep. Lovely. We have our space. From here, this will be actually where the kill chamber is erected, and we are going to have some fun with this, I think. If you haven't built a trident killer before, they're quite easy actually, but very much fun. If you place the pistons like so, and then we're going to get our redstone torches and put them on the side to provide the power. You just put them on the exact same side of every single one. So just do it in a circle. Yep, like this. And then we're going to get our observers, and we're going to face them with the arrows pointing towards the piston. So that will carry the signal and pass it round. A wise man would have done this from the outside, but we are now back. So we are going to fill these in as so, and we're going to get ourselves a lovely trident, and we're going to throw it at that piston there. Okay, so once that starts moving around, that is what will kill the mobs. We place down our lever and flick it until it stops, and then if we flick the lever again, it will now start doing it in an infinite pattern. So once the skeletons are washed down into here, they will be killed by the trident killer, and it should give us plenty of loot and plenty of experience, which is exactly what we're here for. So we block all up apart from this little gap here, which we are going to put in a step, because this little step will provide us with a hole to get our experience. This is where we'll be standing when the farm is running. It's perfect, and you can actually just about see through. I have found out skeletons actually can fire through there, but they don't do an awful lot of damage, and you can just keep moving to the side, so it's not too bad. So we're going to take from here, and we're going to dig down. Oh, we've got another gap underneath us, so we'll just fill that in and keep going. Just keep going down. We'll dig out a couple of blocks in this direction. Oh, there's more. Yeah, okay. I'm actually not surprised there is more underneath. It's just annoying. So we'll take this out and we'll build around our chamber. This will be our loot collection system. So we need to make sure that's nice and enemy tight. So from here, we are going to just clear up a little bit, and then we're going to dig a couple of blocks out here. There needs to be 2 so that the chest can open. So we're going to put here our chest, our double chest, and from here we're going to be putting a hopper that comes down into that chest, so that will funnel the items down to us. So we'll crouch down and place that on top of the chest. Lovely jubbly. Even though there is a hopper there, the chest can still open. It's just one of those weird Minecraft things. Just take this out of the way because it's super in the way. Then we will finish the collection system. So we'll just build up a block here just so we can get to it. We're going to place down a rail. Yes please, let's find that. We haven't got them. We'll go back and get them. Okay, so now we are going to place down a rail, not like that, crouch and put it down. Then we're going to put on there a hopper minecart. Now you need to make sure there is a block above that so that the items filter down, which there is, and that will come directly from above. Now we're just going to place ourselves some ladders to be able to climb in and out of here with ease. And I believe that's pretty much as much as we're going to need to do for the actual workings of the farm. So if I could climb a ladder, that would be super. No, apparently not. So we're back up here. That's all lovely. We'll flick that on once we have made the spawner dark, which is going to be our next thing, I think. I think we are just going to place a torch up here because I could do without mob spawning while we are trying to use the farm. Yeah, that's beautiful. And up here, yeah, it just takes us down to where we came in, so that's good news. We'll block that up because we could do without any welcome visitors straight away. That's perfect. So we'll come back down here and we are going to just double check. Yeah, it's all looking very good. So we're going to come over to the wall on the left hand side over here, and we are going to go up by 8 blocks and get ourselves some ladders to get up there, and then we're going to peek through into the spawner room. This is what I've made here. So I'm just blocking this off because I just need myself a whole way to get around this because it's becoming a bit of a maze in this mine shaft. So why did I block that? That's literally the corridor I just built. Anyway, so here is where we go into the spawner. Let's just double check around here. Yeah, we're good. So we'll pop in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to bridge out. We're going to take away all the torches, then we're going to get out, break that bridge, and run over here and block it up. So let's get that done and see if this farm works. Okay, let's go. nice and quickly. We don't need to go all the way across. It's just enough that we can break the torches. So any that you've got in the room, we need complete darkness for this. So we're going to have to go a bit further for that one. Keep bridging over. You don't want to fall because it's just a pain to get in and out. So we'll take out all the torches we can see. All the ones on the walls. Block that one up, and then we'll get rid of these. We're going to have to be fairly quick about this. Put a slab on top of there to stop the mob spawning on top and getting trapped up there. Just ruined your spawn rates. So we're going to take these out until we can get back as far as we can. Take out as many torches as we can before we have to run and cry like a baby. Here they come. Let's block this up nice and quick, and then we'll get downstairs and see if this thing works. So please keep your fingers crossed for me, because if this works, I'm going to be a very, very happy ImTonyCarlos. And would you look at that? It seems to be working. We flick that trident killer on, the skeletons are going in.
Twenty minutes later.
We have hit level 30. That's the top that we wanted to get to for the enchantment. We are going to get more because it will keep going down every time we use it. But that was the goal for today. So we're getting our loot, we're getting our XP, and I think we can call that a success. Beautiful stuff. Maybe next episode we'll enchant up all our gear and make ourselves absolutely beautifully protected, so we can start taking on the big tasks. But thank you JC Plays for an amazing farm. I'm going to enjoy using this, I think. So I think that's where we're on the episode for today, and I just wanted to say thank you for everyone for tuning in, subscribing and all that malarkey. If you continue to do so, I would be super pleased. So thank you very much, and we didn't die this time. Oh yes, this is personal growth.